Welcome, everybody. John Zager, johnzager.com. How are y'all doing? Good? Good. So I'm still screwing around with this little phone trying to figure out where to put it so that I can talk to you guys a little bit. Going to do another short YouTube on personality and how that affects us. How addicted are we to unhealthy things in our personality? And I think I have something in here that I can maybe utilize for us to talk a little more easily. Let me see if I can find it real fast. I'm sure I can. I keep so much junk in here. Here we go. All right. So let me see if I can hook this up and get it to work while I'm driving. I kind of want to talk to you today while I'm driving a little bit. It's going to be awkward because some of this is going to be in the sun, but you know what? We'll have to get used to it. So let's see how this goes. So personality is kind of important. And our personalities are made up of different traits, right? We all have different traits. Some of us are kind of angry, resistant, hostile, unfriendly, things like that. And I guess I could put that up there. And that makes up a personality, how we think, act, and feel. And when we have that trait, we get addicted to it, in a sense. We get addicted to it. We like being resistant. People treat us differently when we're resistant. And if we're hostile, people treat us differently. And it becomes almost something sought after. Something sought after. And so that's who we become. We get secondary gains from acting in that way. And we like the reaction that we get, so our personality becomes more and more resistant, hostile, angry, things of that nature. I'm going to pull over here and see if this will work. Yeah, there we go. We even have some shade. How about that? So if the traffic doesn't come from behind and bump us, we should be good. So just imagine different kinds of personalities. There's that negative one we just talked about. And then there's a lot of different other personalities that have to do with more sadness, more depression, things along those lines. And in turn, we begin to like the secondary gains we get by acting in such a way. The other common example that people use, I guess, would be when you have a sickness or an illness or a terminal illness, or the doctor gives you the voodoo curse or whatever it happens to be. And there's a lot of gain out of being sick. There's a lot of people that start paying attention to you when you're sick, when you're ill, when you're having a terminal illness. And it's a good feeling during a bad time. It's a good feeling during a bad time. I know a gal, I don't know her personally, I've met her a few times, but she had fourth degree cancer, and she walked right through it. She just let it not bother her, and she treated it pretty much by herself. I mean, she took the initial cancer treatment that they suggest, and she did that. And when I listened to the story, it was like she didn't even blink an eye. She just did it. And there's other medications and treatments, procedures that they further recommended. And for her, she said willingly, yeah, that's fine. Let's go do that. Let's see where that takes us to. So her personality was very accepting and resilient and concerned about her well-being and recovery rather than her sickness and ill health. You all understand that point, right? I mean, you can think about your cancer to the point that it'll kill you. Or, excuse me, you can think about your recovery and healing until you're healed and recovered. Those are your two choices. Good iced tea. Boy, do I like iced tea. Not a lot of sugar, but maybe just a little hint of sugar in it. The other thing that happens, well, there's a lot of different things that happen as a result of personality, but the foods we eat, if you think about it, is kind of determined by our personality. I mean, some of us, boy, I hope not me a lot, but I make the mistake too, have a personality that, junk food, carbohydrates, all the bad oils and fats that we could put in our body because they taste good. Fat tastes good. That's why they put fat in everything. Some people's personality is just set up for that. Other people's personality is set up to where, what can I do to reduce my carbohydrates? What can I do to reduce my carbohydrates? What can I do to reduce all the sugar that I seem to consume? What can I do to eliminate the mass quantities of fat that I consume? And then, of course, the personalities that just live a healthy life and a healthy diet. They're not boring. They're just people who are conscientious of, I have a choice. I have a choice, like the gal that had fourth-stage cancer. She has a choice. She can either have fourth-stage cancer and die, or she can have fourth-stage cancer and understand it's her responsibility to visualize her recovery, not her sickness. Personality makes a big difference, doesn't it? Success or failure, abundance or lack. It's personality. It's personality. So, I came from a somewhat poor, lower middle class family. Although I did go to a private Catholic Jesuit high school and college and graduate school, even though I had not a lot of money, but was able to get funded a little bit through scholarships, through sports and other kinds of things, right? So you have a choice. You can live your life based on the program that you're given from the adults when you were a child and live a life of lack. because you are accustomed to, you know how to live a life of lack. Or, right? You can change that. You don't have to bring the program forward. You don't have to live your entire life in lack. You don't have to stay in abundance your whole life. I'm not sure that that's a positive thing either. But you can change whatever you want, just as you can change how you think, act, and feel. So how much time do you devote to being healthy, to thinking healthy, to foreseeing your future healthy and healed? How much time do you spend doing that and being in that state of mind? You understand that? Or how much time do you spend in that state of mind of living in lack, being poor, lower middle class, little to show for anything, basically unsuccessful? Does your personality affect the outcome of your life? I know I ask this quite a bit, but it's pretty important. I'd like to have those of you that actually listen to this YouTube write a comment down below about where you came from. What kind of personality in your family? Because your family has a personality of its own. Your mother, your father, your aunts, your uncles, your blah, 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 blah. That consumes one whole personality in a social class of families. And where do you come from? And do you still have it? And has it individualized within your life? Think about that. Meditate on that. And when I talk about, meditate on that, I mean actually, before you go to bed, sit down by yourself, not with a bunch of people, not with your partner or spouse, and realize, what am I made of? How did I become that? What effects has that had on my life? Has it changed any? Have I changed it at all? Things like that. So anyway, God bless everybody. Take care of one another, and I'll look forward to talking to you all again real soon. Thanks a lot. See you. Bye.